So instead of a Ranger, it's gonna be a Power Ranger. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I'm gonna put the word power like up above, I think. Power Ranger. Friggin' right, why not? I got 34.5 at the top of the fender here. It's already got lots of ground clearance. Starting to rain. It always rains when I do a lift kit video. .36 on both sides. It was pretty much level before I did the rear suspension. So you can tell now, park it on the level a little bit. You can tell the ass end is perked up a good 2 or 3 inches. So that's pretty good. Now I gotta check the front torsion bar keys or torsion bar adjusters. And I'm just gonna turn them up. I'm just gonna turn up the front torsion bars, and that's free and easy. Hopefully. Might spray them with WD-40 first. Front fender's caved in. Front bumper is broken. There's some scuff marks on the side. There's a great big old dent there on the passenger side. And yeah, the passenger side's not all that great. So good news is it looks like it's gonna be easy here, and there is lots of adjustment by the looks of it. Have a quick look at the stance before we change it and do a before shot. Okay, so this round bar on the bottom, that's the torsion bar. And it goes from the lower control arm all the way up front there, back here. And there's a torsion key inside of this pocket. That's a torsion key, that 6-pointed hex. And over here on this side of the key, there's some threads inside of that pocket. So there's a bolt that pushes up on that key, and that pushes the suspension down on that big long torsion bar. So there's a bolt here, and there's lots of threads. So to tighten it up, and if you tighten it up inward, it'll push up on that key, and that will put more force on the lower controller arm, and it'll lift the vehicle. So you can adjust the ride height. Looking at the front CVs, I don't want the CV angles to go crazy out of whack, so I won't go too high, but I think we got room to go close to match the rear. I want the rear to be a little bit higher for towing, so it's level when it's towing. But we're definitely gonna have lots of adjustment here, which is good. I have to find out what size this is, and I'll lubricate these threads on this side because I'm gonna be pushing it inward. And I don't think I'll need a jack. I'll try to adjust it without the jack. That way I can watch it level, watch how high it goes. It seems like I can access both bolts, both sides, from the one side. So I'll probably just put the camera on the tripod and crank it up. You have to crank them up equally. So if you turn the driver's side bolt, if you turn it 1 revolution, then you have to do the same amount on this passenger side. You want to do like 1 revolution or 2 revolutions, equal amounts on both sides. I'm gonna measure this one corner, maybe both front corners. I never measured the rear, so I'm not really sure what I got there. But I remember the gap like was the same on the front and back pretty much. The rear end was actually maybe a little bit saggy, so it might have gained more than it looks like. The ground is not perfectly level here, that's for sure. I got 34.5 at the top of the fender here. 34.5. Might have to average it out. This side's dented and the ground's not level. 34 3/4. So the passenger side is a 1/4 inch taller, but that might be because the ground is not perfectly level. So I'm gonna call that, yeah, 34.5 and 34 3/4. And a 1/4 inch difference is fine with me because the ground is not level here. So I'm gonna get underneath and we'll see if we can get 36. I'll keep an eye on the front axles. Okay, I got WD-40, I got a wrench, and I got a marker. So I'm gonna mark the head of the bolt, and if it goes around 1 revolution, I'll know. Okay, I cranked them up 1 revolution each, and the CVs are still straight as an arrow. So I'm gonna go another revolution at least. Okay, I did 2 revolutions on this bolt, so I went around twice, and on the other bolt I went around twice. I'm gonna measure again. It was 34.5. Okay, now we're at 34 3/4. So I remember when I did the Dakota, I went 6 revolutions per side. So I'm definitely gonna go more. The CVs are still straight as an arrow. The pinion angle is still straight. Everything's good. I'm gonna keep going. And I'll probably get close to 6 revolutions. Probably close to the same as the Dakota, I imagine. Starting to rain. It always rains when I do a lift kit video. Okay, I've done 4 revolutions per side. I'm just gonna double check. Okay, we're at 35.25. We were at 34.5. Now we're at 35 and almost 35.5. Keep on going. Well, that's all she's got. 6 revolutions on the driver's side, and that's all the adjustment there is. So that's as far as she's gonna go right there. But that's a lot better. It's already got lots of ground clearance. And the front bumper, it might be modified for approach angle. The front bumper's broken anyway, so it might do something different there. but I'm happy with that. That's all I'm gonna get is 6 revolutions per side. The ass end is a little bit perky there, but I think it'll be close to level when it's loaded or when it's towing. It'll be pretty close to level. And those rear leaf springs haven't settled in yet, so we'll see. They might settle in a little bit. But we got a little more ground clearance, we got a little more load capacity, and we got a little lift. And it was pretty cheap too. The pinion angle on the rear drive shaft looks nice and straight. Nothing's really changed there. Only added one leaf spring. The leaf springs look pretty good, and it seems like we got the arc back, even with the truck cap on and the wheels on the ground. A little bit of weight in the box. There's a nice little arc there, and it doesn't ride too stiff either. For some reason, the passenger side looks level. I think it's just uneven ground that I'm parked on. So maybe if I park it somewhere else or park it on the pavement, she might level out. Passenger side looks kind of level. But it also looks, the front passenger corner measures taller, measures like it's higher, but it doesn't look higher. I don't know. Might have to park it on some level ground. But she's definitely better, even if it's only an inch or two better. Okay guys, I took it out on the level road and I got the 36 on both sides. On both sides. Anyway, it's hard to hold the camera and line it up, but I got 36 on both sides, and it kind of looks a little better on level ground. Yeah, that's a lot better. Much better. Well, I guess that's better, and that's all we're gonna get, but I'm perfectly happy with that. Looks good, and I'm sure we'll have more things to do. Like I said, the front bumper's broken, and I want to do some other things as well. I think it's gonna need some just general maintenance, and it needs work in general. So we'll be wrenching on it again for sure. I think I'm gonna take these decals off of this Ram 2500 Dodge Ram truck, and the word power, mostly just the word power. But when I take them off, I'm gonna be very careful. I'm gonna put some masking tape over the front so that way they stay lined up, and I can, even if I take them off, they'll still be stuck to the masking tape, sort of like a vinyl decal. So instead of a Ranger, it's gonna be a Power Ranger. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I'm gonna put the word power like up above, I think. Power Ranger. Friggin' right. Why not? Man, it's a little bit cold out today. Might have to call it the gray Power Ranger or the silver Power Ranger. I noticed it has the word Ranger on the tailgate as well. I'm not a big fan of the factory decals, but Power Ranger might be pretty cool.